Welcome back to Sweetwater Kennels, guys. We are going to go over heel training today and the progression on how we started heel training with Annie. So to start with heel, we're going to need some kibble. We're going to need those rewards to make sure that they know those cues on when they are in the right spot. So I have a little bit of kibble here, and I also have a leash. Now I prefer a slip lead to start, or functioning a normal lead like a slip lead, and I'll show you how to do that here in a sec, just so the dogs can have tension to know when they are in their correct spot and when they are not in the correct spot. For starters, we would love a slip lead. If you do not have one, do not worry. You can make one out of a normal lead like I have here. Just take the lead part of the leash and run it through the handle and tighten down, and you have your slip lead right here. Now when you put it on the dog, you want to make sure that the slip is right next to your leg, whether that's on the left side or the right side. If it's on the opposite side, it will fight. Your tension will not be able to be applied and released when you need it to, and that can result in a lot of confusion and just setbacks in your training. So make sure that the slip is right next to your leg on whichever side you're wanting your dog to heel on. Now I would recommend removing the collar off the pup when you go to put on the slip lead. This makes sure that there's nothing inhibiting the slip lead from working as it should. I also like to take a little time when I'm starting my heel conditioning to just practice taking the lead on and off the dog. This makes sure we build good habits. We don't get any head pulling, we don't get any head avoidance. But that way we can build those good habits right away from day one. So now that we have the pup rigged up in the makeshift slip lead, we're going to get a handful of food now. Ignore my space still. We're still moving in, getting things figured out where they're going to go. So I do have a lot of things hanging out just in random spots. But we're going to get a handful of food. You're going to take one piece of kibble. And again, they know what that hand means to come into that place. So what we're going to do is kind of apply a little bit of pressure, not much, to guide the dog. We're going to go heel, heel, and put it right by our knee. And we're going to go around, just keep saying heel, using the lead as more of a guide. We're not putting a whole lot of pressure on there, we're just kind of using that as a guide to really bring them in and steady them up in that heel position to where they can get that reward, that kibble. Now, as you do this, it might take a few days to say heel, keep a little bit of pressure on them so they're not going too far forward, but you can use your hand as a placer as you go around teaching heel, heel. Good. Heel, 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 heel. Now I keep the kibble pretty tight in my fingers like this. So she can't get to it really easily, so she has to stay in that heel position. So that is another trick you can do to keep them in that heel position, is to kind of hold on, just let them get a little bit of taste that they know that kibble's there. And as you say heel, and they're trying to get it, they're trying to get it, they're trying to get it, they're focused on that kibble, and they're staying right in that heel position. Good girl, good girl. Good girl. Heel. And I'm going to swing her into heel pierce. Heel. Good girl. I'm going to put a little bit of pressure so she sits down. There we go. Good girl. So that's how I started heel, guys. Keep a little bit of tension on there. She's trying to get it out of my hand. I'm saying heel, keeping her right by that knee. Good girl. Sit. Good girl. Give her one because she's being good. Good. All right, heel. Heel. Good girl. Good girl. She sat down right when we stopped moving, so that's really good. We really like that. I don't know if you guys can see that. We'll do it over here. Heel. Heel. Good. Heel. Good. So when she comes to settle up after that heel, we really like that. We're going to reward that behavior. Heel. I don't want her facing me too much. Heel. Good girl. Good girl. So the next step in that progression is to start lengthening out the amount of times that we were giving her kibble. When she starts knowing, and you can start to tell this, you get the kibble out, you put the leash on her, you say heel, she's starting to get close into that heel position. Could take 2 days, could take 2 weeks, guys. Don't put a time on it, just work on it with your pups. But when she starts getting the picture, we're gonna stop teasing her, and I hate calling it teasing, but that's kind of what we're doing. So I'm not gonna hold it in front of her and let her get a taste of it while we say heel. I'm gonna pull it, and I'm gonna rely more on the leash now to get her into position and to feel if she's pulling, if she's falling behind, to know if she is actually in position. And this is where the slip lead comes in big. So we're gonna start, we're going to say heel. I'm gonna slap my leg, heel. I'm gonna walk her around. She's getting a little ahead of herself, so I'm gonna pull back on the leash, say heel. Good. Good. Heel. I'm gonna come to a stop. She sits down. I'm gonna give her a piece of kibble. Now, your pups are probably gonna take you're gonna need a little bit quicker reward time with that. You're not gonna wanna lengthen it out that much. Couple seconds, start at maybe a 3 Mississippi count, move up to a 5, move up to a 10, move up to 15, 20, 30, and so on, to see how long that they can stay in that heel position. Now, another trick is to heel, is to get them along a edge, either a fence, a wall, a cabinet system like I have here. This will also ensure that the pup stays close to your knee and in position. So you heel and walk along. She has to stay right by my knee. We're gonna spin out. She sits down, she's gonna get a reward. Now I'm gonna spin the other way, heel. Now I'm gonna help her out by pulling back a little bit and saying heel, keeping her in position and turning the other way. Heel, heel, good. Wait for her to come to a sit, and we're gonna give her that reward. So that is the next step in the heel progression. Now, the final step is to take a little bit of kibble. We have removed the leash from Annie, and we're gonna see how well she does just on her own, no leash. We're gonna hold a little bit of kibble up in our hands so she knows that we do have it, but we're not gonna give it to her right away. We're gonna say heel, slap the leg, heel. Good girl. Now she's doing pretty good. Heel, 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 heel. Good girl. Good girl. Now, if she were to come off of heel, a verbal no, a verbal flashing a reward back in the heel position would bring her back to that heel position. Now, also doing it along an edge ensures that she stays in that position a little bit easier. Then you just have to worry about her lagging behind or going forward. She won't be swinging out, getting too far away from you, things like that. So, and it's in a closer area where if you do need to reach down and grab her to reposition her, you can. Good girl. Heel. 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 And it is a good spot to ensure if you have a dog that likes to swing out when you come to a stop and they sit in front of you or they sit off to the side, heeling and stopping along the edge like this, along this cabinet system, a wall, a fence, like I said, ensures that they have to sit directly parallel with you and not get cockeyed. There's a bunch for you. Yeah, that's a good girl. That is going to wrap up heel training for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. That is how we start the introductory heel training with our pups to how we finish them out. Now, if you have any questions, that's kind of a brief video. Annie was a little bit farther ahead, so if you're having struggles, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. We'd love to get those answered for you. Other than that, hit that like button, guys. Hit that subscribe. That's going to help us out here on the channel and reach more people and train more pups. But thank you again. Hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you next time.